understand why you wanted the help. But if you go into a space that isn't having that conversation, they don't necessarily owe you that conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So, like, it's really just about boundaries at the end of the day. And if you do get blocked out of a space, that's kind of like a person setting a boundary. So, like, if I get blocked out of a space, I'm not going to get mad at them because if they didn't want me there, it is what it is.
Right.
Like, if you want me out of your life right now, I'm not going to go start another live about you because, like, if you don't want me in your space, it is what it is. I can't fault you for that. It's
And I
not
also
personal.
didn't want it to come off as I was coming over to start a live about anyone. I came over to start a live because I saw a lot of people in the comments. They were speaking very brutally to me. So I, I heard people in the box afterwards, disrespecting me, saying that I don't know if she had the common sense to get her children out of the room, which I did. Just so happens as soon as I went live, my husband woke up. So they ended up coming back in the room
Hmm.
because he was in the room. So, but like I said, I don't really want to speak on my personal life. That's an issue that I need and have to deal with on my own. So, I mean, unless you have any kind of positive
Okay.
advice about that, I'd rather not talk about it.
All right. That's fine. Two questions. First question being, can we change the green? Because the green is really not flattering.
Yeah.
Green is like the worst color in the world, honestly. Um, and the second part being, what was the question that you like was what was the burning question that you needed answers on?
Okay.
Because like I said, I got grace and time today. So fuck it. Let's work on it. Let's fix it.
And that's honestly, what I was hoping
No, y'all.
to.
Y'all are lying in the comments. Green is not the best color. You guys are liars. Green is not doing us justice right now.
All right, my bad, y'all.
See, I love y'all, but y'all lying about that green. Green is not a good color.
But I want nothing but to be disrespectful. And if I come off not as such, I don't take the criticism, the wrong way. And you're right. There was a boundary there, and I overstepped it by coming in. But, and this is just me personally, I feel like there's really never. I didn't know she held the mom live on Friday. It was just something that was on my mind, so that's why I came up. But I really don't personally feel like there's ever, a right time for me to come up because I am white, because I am in a black space, because I do need to be listening. But sometimes, I want to talk and I want to chill too.
I mean, you
You
could
know?
chill in the comments sometimes. It's okay. I be kikiing in the comments. The comments is a fun place to be. Actually, it's a lot of
And
fun down there.
I stay there 99.9% of the time. Like these people saying that I be in these lives asking these questions all the time. I don't. Like I said, I've been in Eb's live one time. I've actually been in her box one time.
Yeah,
Maybe
I thought
twice. No,
yeah, because
twice.
your name is a little familiar. I don't remember where I know you from, but you do look familiar. But so I'm just here to really talk about like what the previous homegirl was saying, where she was saying to stick with other white moms who have biracial kids. I think that's a terrible idea, to be honest with you.
I don't though. That's my problem. I
Because
don't.
yeah, the reason why I want to say that because I think that's honestly a really bad idea because you're gonna be just as confused. Like you're not gonna get
Right.
any additional information or perspective. Like you're just gonna be the same
Agreed.
perspective on repeat. You feel me? Um,
Yes.
I myself, I'm a black mother of a biracial child, a black boy, a black biracial boy. So my the reason why I talk about this type of stuff is because black moms we don't get the same grace that you guys tend to get when it comes to our kids. Like I don't get grace for not knowing how to handle his hair. People just expect me to figure it out, right?
No, that's the thing though. Like I know I have three biracial daughters.
Hmm.
And my 10-year-old has very, very tight coils, very thick hair, enough hair for three people. Like, that's what the stylist said when I took her to get it cut, a few months ago. Like, this girl's got enough hair for three people. But I do it. I'll wash it and moisturize it, and I braid it up myself. I learned how to do that because I have biracial children. Like, I do take the time to educate myself and to do the things and teach my daughter the things that she needs to know. But like I said, maybe I came in on the wrong note, and I won't do that no more.
I think as long as we like understand that the issue is really just boundaries, I think that's really all it was about. I think you have to also remind yourself not to like tone police people in their spaces. It's like if somebody comes into your house and starts asking questions and you set a boundary and they start telling you that they don't like your tone, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? You're in my space. It's basically like that. Like you have to respect people's space, respect people's boundaries if you want to have your boundaries respected as well. Does that make sense? Respect
Yeah,
goes
oh,
both
yes,
ways.
ma'am. I totally didn't mean to, And then when the other person came in there with the drama, to I feel like she came in there to piss me off because people follow me around just to bring this up and embarrass me,
I
which it
mean,
is
I have people, I
embarrassing. It
get
should
it. I
be.
understand. It happens. I have people following me around, telling me crazy things in comments. People will go start putting comments under my videos. Like, I get it, but like, we can't always react if that reaction is going to hurt
You're
additional
right.
people. Also, someone is asking in the comments that to confirm if your husband yelled that black people are the most racist. What is that about? Do
No,
we really?
yeah, he definitely did.
What's
I
going
mean,
on?
I guess I can partially talk about it. He's not,
I mean, if
super.
he wants to come on the line, he can.
He
That's fine
won't. He
too.
won't. He won't. He's talking about after I get
Okay.
off, we gotta have a serious talk because
Oh, okay.
he's fed up with the TikTok,
I'm
and
sorry.
so like I said, I'm trying to fix what I did first.
Wow.
That's all I want to do is fix what I did. Even though I didn't realize that I did anything, I just wanted to fix it. And like I said, I didn't come over here to have a live about anyone. I
Okay.
didn't, I just came over here to speak my piece. Like I'm not a bad person. I'm not a racist person at all. What I did was completely innocent. Okay, it was stupid, but I'm sorry. I
Also, y'all, I'm
just
gonna need a couple of hand hearts. We all gonna need some hand hearts for this. The amount of patience that's been going on. But can I ask a question about the comment that your husband made?
definitely.
Um, can I'm trying to word this nicely. What
You don't gotta be nice. I be trying. I be trying to teach him like what I learned on here. He don't be having that shit
what made him think it was okay to say that? And
because
how often
he believes that black people can be racist too.
do you
From
guys
the
talk about this in the household frequently?
I try, but he be like, "Nah, you on that TikTok shit, and you letting them people on TikTok teach you, shit like he an old head."
Also, Eb is in the comments. Do you want to add her?
Of course, I would love to add Ed.
I won't. I promise I won't do that over talking because I know that you said you don't want all kinds of chaos and stuff. So
Hey, Ed.
Hey, so what's going on?
Do you want to explain it, Scrubs?
Cause
no,
I
ma'am.
didn't
This is mine.
I just woke up. I already got part of the story, so I'm trying to.
This is your space. Go take it away.
Okay. Um. Okay, I'll come turn it on. I came into a live, and I apparently didn't look at boundaries and things before I went in there to ask a question. Stop. You remember when I was on your live and we had the conversation about me saying that word?
Yeah.
So somebody came up in the box while I was asking my question about my daughter and started saying that, oh, you're always in these lives, you're always asking questions, and you said the C word, and everybody in the live was like, and I'm like, okay, well, now I look like a bad person. Let me try to explain myself because she's not giving any kind of context, I took responsibility and I just kind of left it alone and tried to do good and tried to learn after that. And it spiraled and I got blocked. So like I told Scrubs, I didn't come over here to start a live about anyone or talk about anyone. Turn the light on. I just came over here to vent or express myself and just like, hey, I'm not a bad person. I made a mistake.
So
I don't think anyone thought you're a
Marshmallows.
bad person. I don't think anyone thought
I'm
that.
sorry, Scrubs. What'd you say, baby? I couldn't hear you.
I said, I don't think anyone's trying to say she's a bad person. I don't think that's really what's going on here. I think it's really just trying to educate you on how to conduct yourself in certain spaces.
Right, and like I said, nobody ever called me a bad person. I ain't say that. I said it made me feel like everybody was looking at me like I'm a bad person. So that's what made me react the way I did, which was not the right way.
All right, so I think, and somebody just said it in the comments too, but is some pieces of the story missing? Because I did hear bits and pieces of some other things that just won't say it.
Hold on. What do I be lying about? What am I lying about? Did I do something, Scrubs, that I'm not saying?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, because can we let's fill an ebb on how everyone else ended up over here and what's being discussed right now. Accountability is really just about like saying what happened. Like you don't have to you don't have to no one's trying to call you a bad person or anything. It's just give Eb like the full background because Eb wasn't here.
All right, y'all give me 1 second. Let me turn this TV on for my baby. Oh, yeah, I said she came into the live just to be a bitch. I did say that.
Wait, who? Sorry, repeat that.
I said she came into the box where I was in the box answering the question before, like, as soon as I said, can I come up and ask a question off topic? She said to Reese, if she comes up, then I'm coming up. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that tells me that you already own the bullshit, ready to come up and on the bullshit. So that's what I got from it. Was sorry for calling her a bitch. I was mad, but that's what I got from it, was that she was coming up there to be mean. I won't say a bitch.
Okay. So do you think she was coming up to based off of like the whole situation before? Yes.
Yeah, she was coming up to talk about that whole situation.
Well, you got to remember, even when you and I spoke, I told you that while you talked to me and you understood, that was not going to mean that everybody else was going to understand and be okay.
Can we confirm?
We did talk about it.
Can we confirm which racial slur she was coming up to hold you accountable for? Don't actually say the slur.
The COO.
What will we call Joel?
I have a question. It's a 2-part question. So I feel like it's not necessarily the fact that you called her a B word, but like the fact that you kind of like perceived her as aggressive and just assumed she was coming up to be like on some BS and attack you when really she was just trying to hold you accountable. Accountability is uncomfortable, but it's not an attack. I think you need to also acknowledge that it is harmful to assume that a Black woman is going to attack you in these types of situations, especially considering you're raising 3 Black women. So you wouldn't want someone to assume that someone's attacking them if they're simply just trying to hold someone accountable. That's very damaging and that's harmful, and it's also dangerous because that type of thinking is what perpetuates violence towards Black women every 5 hours to be exact. But I'm gonna go back on you. Sorry.
Well, also in saying that too, Scrubs, I think that might have been the point Shantae was coming up for, right? Because someone in the comments said that she said something like, you're always going into spaces, right? And it could be very much that if things like this or similar things like this happen when you come into Black spaces, like on a panel or something, is you're not equipped yet to do so, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does. And that's why I'm never on a panel. And that's why I was confused. Because like I said, I've been in your live one time, and maybe Reese's one time on the Mental Monday. You know what I mean? So I don't come into these spaces just asking questions. I came into what's her name? I came into another woman's live a couple days ago. I don't know if you were in there, but I just came up to say thank you because I had learned a lot that day, and I just wanted to thank the Black women on the panel for, you know, offering this free education, and you know, that was it. I ain't talk about myself. I ain't talk about my biracial children. I just said thank you and left. You know, so that's why I was confused on what problematic. You know, for the one time that I've gotten up here and tried to ask a question, now I'll take accountability. It was not at the right time. You know,
I'm gonna be honest with you, honey. I gotta be honest with you.
Hey, Scrubs, you was over there, right?
Briefly. I'm
Okay.
honestly, I'm still a little confused. I ain't gonna hold you, but I
Okay.
have a question because I'm getting Discord messages, and that's why I
Yeah,
keep
I'm
looking.
getting shitloads of message right now as she talks too.
Can we address the black scent, please?
what is that? I mean, I know what that is, but I'm just talking.
Because I did notice it too. I didn't want to say anything honestly because I didn't want to like because we were talking about something else. I didn't want to change the topic. Um, but the
And
black
honestly,
scent
I don't
that
feel
you
like
didn't.
it's as much of a black accent as it is a southern accent, and the fact that I grew up in Atlanta my entire life, and
Honey, I'm
that's the
from
way everybody
Georgia.
in Atlanta talk.
Sweetheart, I'm from Georgia. It's okay. I understand. But I was just asking because the accent does kind of shift a little bit. My friend that sent me that message is also from Georgia. Like we all from Georgia for real. So
Well,
it's
I'm
like
sorry. I mean, I don't know how y'all expect me to change the way that I speak.